tension humming around Marian. Her flat brown hair, interlaced with gray, was punctuated by the dark glasses hiding the wrinkles around her eyes. Her shoulders turned slightly inward, probably from carrying stacks of bestsellers around the library for the past 17 years. "Noisy ones today. No one can seem to keep their children quiet," Marian grumbled. "By the end of the month, we'll be able to order the white noise transmitters to cover some of the sound," Britta replied. The state-of-the-art speakers would sit atop each stack of books and transmit a frequency to eliminate some of the noise in the library. The high ceilings of the old church were beautiful, with stained glass windows set in the arches and over the front door, but that feature didn't transfer well when the church became the new library. The extra space contributed to the noise problem. The echoes of children's laughter and whispers carried upwards and echoed right back down. Britta loved the sound, but it drove Marian crazy. "Well, I'm worried we won't have enough funds for everything we need to do with this old building, so I've come up with an idea to help with the book drive," Marian replied. Britta brought her view back to ground level. "Oh, what do you have in mind?" "Oh, no," Marian wagged her finger. "You'll have to wait just like everyone else for the unveiling." She hugged her clipboard closer to her chest. Hopefully her plans wouldn't involve boxing up patrons under the age of 10 and shipping them to Timbuktu. "I'm heading upstairs to prep for the meeting. I'll talk to you later." Britta waved at Marian and meandered through the stacks to the back of the library. Britta let her hand trail along the dark walnut railing as she climbed the staircase. The tops of the stacks looked a bit dusty. She made a mental note to have Trish clean them before the weekend. Britta's stomach clenched with nerves when she thought of the prestigious Armand de Beaumont flying in from France to do a special author reading for Echo Ridge. He had written over 15 books and was a New York Times best-selling author with quite a following of readers eager to devour his next novel. When Kennedy Layton had come to her with the idea of bringing in a famous author to kick off the library fundraiser, Britta had immediately thought of Armand, because he was related, sort of. Her uncle's sister-in-law had pulled the family strings to get Armand to come to the States. Britta paused at the oak door, which opened into the offices of the old choir loft, and turned back to view her beloved library. The framed portrait of the wealthy Vanaken family hung over the circulation desk, reminding everyone of the incredible generosity that had made the Echo Ridge Library possible. She turned and entered the meeting room, letting the door shut behind her. Britta had only a few moments to prepare before she heard the door creak open. A blonde-haired beauty in her mid-40s popped inside. "I can't believe he's really coming. Britta, it's happening for Echo Ridge." Kennedy always arrived early, and her enthusiasm was catching as she flitted about the room. "I just hope that Armand will be enough to get this fundraiser into motion. We have a lot of work to do." Britta found herself smiling despite her worries. With Kennedy there to help her, the Harvest Hurrah would surely be a success. She had done wonders with the Big Barn Boutique, partnering with Kenworth's to create a unique offering of antiques and handmade items. The young woman had plenty of fire and grit, and Britta reminded herself that she could relax and allow her and other board members to relieve some of the stress from her shoulders. Britta nodded at Kirk Staples, who entered the room inconspicuously and sat down. He was a playwright, but didn't like to talk about it much. At least the one time Britta had tried to get him to come out of his shell. He kept his head down and scrawled out notes on a pad of paper. Hopefully, he would contribute to the meeting today. The owner of Faye's Cafe, Faye Griffith, came in at the same time as a husband and wife team. They sat near the front, eager to help their beloved library. When the lovely white-haired Mrs. Tumnus arrived, Britta felt reassured once again that the fundraising events were in good hands. The other woman was tiny, maybe only 5'3", but she carried a presence that inspired others to do their best. At 10:05, there were 7 board members present, and Chayton Leakty slipped in right before Britta called the meeting to order. As a high school teacher and lacrosse coach at Echo Ridge High, his insight had proved valuable to integrate students' needs into the library.